Journey Together has given us a lot of new cards to play with that have been a lot of fun. One I've been really enjoying a lot lately is Lycanroc, and its ability Spike Clad is pretty cool, because when you evolve it off one of your Rockruffs, what you're able to do is attach 2 Spike Energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. And that helps power up your Clamping Fangs attack, since you do need 3 colorless. The ability takes care of 2, so really you only need 1 energy as long as you have 2 in the discard pile. And this attack's kind of interesting, because it does 40 damage, and then it does 40 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. This is where the Spike Energies come in, but also where a couple other things that we're playing will come in as well. Just for reference, the Spike Energy, for those who don't know, is a new energy card that we got in Journey Together that pretty much functions like Rocky Helmet, where when your Pokemon's attacked, even if it's not knocked out, you put 2 damage counters on your opponent's attacking Pokemon. This is pretty cool because this also stacks, so if you have 3 Spike Energy, you're doing 60 damage, which is pretty nice overall. We can also combo that with the Rocky Helmet to be doing 80 damage, but that's not the only thing that we're going to be doing. Just as a little bit of a thing, we're going to be playing Brilliant Blender as our A-Spec, so that way we can throw all of our Spike Energies in the discard pile as quickly as possible, make it so our Lycanrocs are powered up as fast as we can possibly get them, and it works out pretty well. You could also play the Nullification Zone, or Nullification Zone, or whatever it's called, but I personally like this more, and you could also play the Unfair Stamp, but I just haven't found Unfair Stamp to really be that impactful, so I like using Brilliant Blender. But we're going to be comboing it with a couple other cards, one of which is Froslass, which is its best partner by far because it has the Freezing Shroud ability, where you put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon that has an ability, both yours and your opponent's, on Pokemon Checkup, so in between turns. This is really nice because you get the spread damage that can be very, very powerful and very impactful, which obviously we're a fan of, but also it helps stack up damage counters for your Lycanroc to be able to take advantage of. We're also going to be able to use Munkidori to spread those damage counters around even more, so that way we're able to put 30 damage onto something. As long as we have up to about 40 damage, we're one-shotting most things with the Lycanroc, so being able to move 30 is pretty important. We also have Budew, because it's Budew, it gives us a free retreater. Some item lock early can be a little bit annoying, so it's nice to have. But another big card in this deck is actually the Maractus, because we have the Exploding Needles ability, where if this Pokemon is in the active spot is knocked out by damage from your opponent's active Pokemon, you put 60 damage on that attacking Pokemon. That's really big because anything that you end up using the Exploding Needles on, if you have a Lycanroc powered up, you can just walk right in and take the KO, which is really nice. But also it does have this corner attack for 20 damage, and then during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat, and you can use the 1 colorless energy this requires with a Spike Energy. So you trap something in the active, kind of pin it there, and either waste your opponent's time and like energies and resources, or they have to attack into you. They attack in if you have a Spike Energy attached. If they KO you, they're taking 80 damage, which can be pretty impactful early. So it's a good thing to have. We also run Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX. This is mostly for very, very late into the game. Just have a closer, because sometimes we do just enough damage to put it where we're not doing enough, but we need a little bit more. And so we can do the 240 we need to close things out with our Bloodmoon Ursaluna, sometimes even a little bit more. But yeah, that's kind of it for the list. Anything else is kind of self-explanatory. We are playing the 1 copy of Boss's Orders. We're playing 4 Research. We're playing 3 Arven to help find our blenders and other pieces. We are running TM Devo because we're going to be spreading a lot of damage counters around, and sometimes it's just really nice to have against Charizard, Dracopult, things like that. We're also playing the Iris Fighting Spirit. I actually am a really big fan of this card. It does allow us to discard a card from our hand, which is nice because it's another way to get rid of Spike Energies and things like that. But also gets us up to 4 cards. You could also run Marnie's Conviction, I believe is the name of the card, instead of this, but I've just found this to work out a little bit better for me. And then we're running 2 Iono because it's Iono and it's nice to have. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole list and the breakdown. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. And be sure to let me know any changes that you would make to it. I did try to run the Dunsparce draw engine in this, and it just wasn't really working out to the way that I would have wanted it. So unfortunately, we're not going to have that. But yeah, that's just about it. We'll get into the games in a second. I just want to give a couple announcements, and first a shout out to the channel members. Thank you guys so much for that additional level of support. It really does go a long way and means a lot, so thank you guys so much for that. Also on April 5th at 11 a.m. we're going to be doing 11 a.m. EST. We're going to be doing a large creators tournament, the cook-off hosted by Chef Husky. So it's going to be me, Chef Husky, Control Players Unite, Cool Trainer Pat, a whole bunch of people. So it's going to be a ton of fun. Definitely recommend checking that out if you're interested. And if you're also interested, feel free to join the community Discord. I'll be doing more announcements there as well. You can find that down in the description, as well as the deck list used in this video if you want to try it out for yourself. But yeah, we'll get into game number 1 in a second. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It really does help out the channel, and I really appreciate it. And if there's something you want to see next on the channel featured, feel free just to let me know in the comment section down below, and we can cover that as soon as possible. I've gotten some requests, so I'm going to be getting to those very soon. But yeah, enough of me rambling, and I'll see you guys in game number 1. Peace. Alright, we're into our game, and it's going to be going... Or what? We're going to be going first. Don't know why I got so tripped up there. If we had a basic, this would slap. This would go absolutely crazy. But unfortunately we don't, so we do have to reshuffle our whole deck. Yeah. What is going on with me right now? I'm just saying everything, but nothing. Okay, we still kind of get what we were looking for, honestly. So this isn't even that bad. Ooh, we're up against Ends. Ends is interesting because we do get ourselves into a little bit of trouble. In the sense that, alright, we'll get Snorunt. We'll get ourselves one more Rockruff. I guess we can get ourselves Budew as well. Then we'll go Brilliant. Get rid of all of our Spike energy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of one... no, we'll keep the Dark Energy, and I think the play is that we get rid of one Munkidori. And the reason for that is that what I can do on the next turn is I can go Ultra Ball on whatever I draw, get rid of the Ursaluna, something else, get myself the Froslass, play that down, get that started, go Iono. And the main reason why we put the Munkidori in there is that we play a whole bunch of Night Stretchers. And so we're either going to find the Munkidori off the top deck from our Iono, or we're going to be able to access it through the Night Stretcher. Like, both work out for us. What is nice is that the Zoroark as well as the Petrunt will all be things that our Froslass can start to stack damage on. The only thing that's going to be annoying is the fact that we will have to look out for the Duramakas, since they will be able to snipe us out. We don't play bench protection, so that's something that will obviously affect us a little bit. They're going to be able to go Evolution. Get themselves the Zoroarks. Ideally, what we'll be able to do is get ourselves into a Jet Energy. Be able to bring in the Budew, but really any energy will work. Alright. We do find ourselves the Munkidori, which is fine by me. That means I'm going to go Ultra Ball for this and this. Find ourselves a Froslass. Place that down. Drop Iono. Pokemon's going to break because of course it does. If we can get ourselves into an energy, I'm fine discarding the... Okay, we didn't find the energy we were looking for, but we get essentially the same thing because we can just go Rescue Board, retreat out the Snorunt, bring in Budew. start item locking, which will make it so we at least have a couple turns to work with. I hate that the game is going to put me on the timer. When it's like, it's literally not my fault, your game doesn't work. Alright, we'll go Budew here. There's an argument that we could also put the Rocky Helmet on it, but I don't think it's going to matter, because I don't think there's anything they can actually accomplish right yet. So we're going to be able to start stacking the Frozen Shroud damage. Obviously, we would really like to be able to get the Dark Energy for the Munkidori, start moving that around. Our main thing, though, is like we also need an energy for the Lycanroc. Ends Castle, they do get free retreat, but they won't be able to actually get an attack off this turn. And if they want to bring in End Zoroark, that's still fine by us. It won't actually accomplish anything on this turn regardless. So we will be able to put the Rocky Helmet on the Budew, start to be annoying. And as long as they don't have the Darumaka, or rather the Darmanitan evolved, we're pretty much fine. Love that they didn't show me what it was that they picked up. Arven's and... okay. Interesting they went for Power Glass. We'll go Artazon down just to bump the End's Castle. Though I don't really feel like it matters. At this point. We do need to get rid of this, though. Since if both of our Rockruffs get sniped out, we'll be in a pretty rough position overall. I'm down to just go Artazon. We'll attach this just to be annoying. Go Itchy Pollen, get a little bit of extra damage. As of right now, they still have no way of getting energy onto this except by ending their turn. There's a chance that if we get into Ultra Ball, I don't think that really helps us. We really just need a Dark Energy so we can start using Munkidori. We can even stall out a turn or two if we had to. Energy attachment to the Zoroark. Artazon for another Darumaka is my assumption. Power Glass is interesting. Oh, they're going for another Zoroark. Because with the Darmanitan, it forces you to discard both energy, but if you have Power Glass, then you're really only discarding one. So that's actually pretty good. Unfortunately, we're like kind of dead drawing. But they do knock out our Budew. We'll bring in the Snorunt with the energy or the Rescue Board on. We'll see what our top deck is. There's a world where we could honestly go like Maractus, go corner, start to just do some damage, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, honestly, that works out really, really well. We can go... we'll go Counter Gain onto this Lycanroc. Do we need the Buddy Poffin for anything? No, not really. Do we want to Artazon for anything? The Maractus isn't a terrible idea. And it helps pull it from our deck. Okay. Second Froslass Dark Energy does actually work out for us. Because it allows us to start moving. Yeah. This is actually really good. So what we'll do is we'll go Ultra Ball here. We'll get rid of the Arven and the Night Stretcher. Grab ourselves Lycanroc. Make Lycanroc. Get the Spike Clad. Because we have the Counter Gain, we don't need the energy for this turn, which allows us to place it onto the Munkidori. Go ahead and use Munkidori to start spreading damage onto this Darumaka. Because on the next turn, our goal is to boss this, get rid of it, so then we don't have to worry about it anymore. For right now, we'll be able to go Spike Clad, or sorry, we'll be able to go Lycanroc, knock this out, take 2 prizes, where we get a new Rockruff, and we also get another research. The main thing is that we can knock out Zoroark here. The issue is going to be if they make the Darumaka and like KO the Lycanroc and choose to snipe the Rockruff on the bench, we don't have an actual target to attack with, so we have to go boss. Or sorry, we have to go research rather. This Iono could help us. Honestly, that works. If we don't lose our Lycanroc here, this works really well because we can go Arven, use a Night Stretcher to pick up the Lycanroc from our discard pile, place the Dark Energy on it, and start attacking. And be in a really good position. If not, then we're going to have to go... We could probably pick up our other Munkidori. Place the Dark Energy onto that. Start just placing energy down. Or we could also bring in the Maractus. Okay, that works out really, really well. We lose our Munkidori access, but that's actually fine, because boss is still in our deck, which means now all we need to do is prep a new Lycanroc for like a future turn. So we'll bring Rockruff in. We'll be able to go Artazon. Grab ourselves the Rockruff. Go for this. Grab ourselves this and this. Go Night Stretcher to pick up the Lycanroc. Lycanroc down. Spike Clad for 2. Dark Energy. Is the Devo worth it? No, unfortunately not. We get the KO here, take 2 prizes. Where we get another Lycanroc, which means we are in a pretty good position here overall. They go Reshiram. So they will have to find a way to retreat if they don't have End's Castle already. Or, actually, no, they won't, because they have Pecharunt. Ooh, good Iono play. If they don't snipe out the Lycanroc here, we're really good. If they do, then we go... Oh, never mind. We go Night Stretcher for Ursaluna and close the game. I forgot that was in our discard pile earlier. I thought it was still in our deck and that we were going to have to look for it. Alright, yeah. There's no way they take 3 prize cards here. Though we were kind of giving up a free prize card with Maractus. I thought we were going to need to put it in the active sooner, but we never did. So this has been kind of dangerous to have on the board the whole time. And could have hurt us, but in this case it didn't. Because they can go Doramaka here, knock this out, knock out the Rockruff. There's an argument that knocking out the Froslass with the Rescue Board would be a good call, because I'm down to 2 cards. So like there's a chance I couldn't make a new Lycanroc, and I'd have to put something in the active that can't retreat. But in this case, it's not that big a deal. We'll bring in our Froslass. We'll go Night Stretcher, grab the Ursaluna, retreat, bring this in, and go ahead and Bloodmoon to close out the game. So, made it a little bit closer than we may have liked, because we had to, or we didn't have to, but we decided to play the Maractus down. Probably a mistake. We probably didn't need to do that. But, yeah, that worked out in our favor. Overall, being able to just play the Night Stretcher, grab ourselves the Ursaluna, and close out the game. That's one of the reasons why you run it in this deck. It's very, very powerful because of the fact that you're able to do kind of exactly what we just saw. We're a 1-prize deck for the most part, outside of like the Ursaluna. So more often than not, your opponent gets down to 1 prize card remaining, so you don't even need to find an energy. You just need to play the Ursaluna down. Or again, if there are 2 prize cards left, then you can do the same thing between the spread damage that you're doing with the Munkidori and the spike energies. You normally get things down into a range that Ursaluna will KO them regardless, so it works out pretty well. But yeah, that was a fun first game, and we'll jump into another one in a second. I'll see you guys there. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 2. Our opponent is chosen for us to go first. They won the coin flip. We'll go Munkidori Snorunt. We do have the Brilliant Blender available and a Night Stretcher, which is actually really nice. Ooh. We're up against Mamoswine. So we'll go Dark Energy, and then what we can do is go for 3 Spike Energy. Unfortunately, we don't get like a large board in this scenario like we'd really want, like with the Arven and stuff like that. But what we can do, because we have the Night Stretcher, is guarantee Froslass on the next turn, and then we'll be able to go Ursaluna as well. Just prep that for the future, and we'll pass our turn. Actually, I'm fine playing Maractus down, because on the next turn, what we're going to do is we're going to go Arven for, like, Buddy Poffin and a Rescue Board. Use that to retreat out our Munkidori. Bring in the Maractus just to kind of wall, because there's not a way for them to, like, really start sniping us out or be all that annoying. Ooh, they're playing Dunsparce. That's pretty interesting. We see the Evolution. Evo for the Paloswine and Pidgeotto is what I assume. But they could evolve for the Dunsparce as well, just to give themselves some draw. The Froslass is going to have a lot of value in this game, I feel like. Alright, we'll go Arven. Get ourselves Buddy Poffin Rescue Board. We could actually go for a Rockruff and a Budew. Start using the Budew to attack to start an item lock, because they might have Pidgeotto. That could be valuable. Yeah. Alright, this is how we're going to play this. We'll retreat this out, go Budew. Night Stretcher. Get our Froslass, because this will start stacking so we can move damage counters around. We can go 1 Dark Energy onto the Rockruff, so that way when we get into our Lycanroc, it'll just be fully powered and ready to go. The Frozen Shard will start to be able to move with the Munkidori. Have that prepped. Might as well stop them from being able to play items. We see the Marnie's Conviction. This is a pretty good card overall. Mammoth Swine. The Frozen Shroud will start to stack the damage counters on that. What's nice is, like I said, they don't have a way to actually like snipe us out. So if they make an attacker, we can always retreat the Budew out. Just start letting the Maractus sit there in the active and start getting attacks off. We can even go Arven on the next turn for another like Nest Ball or something. Get ourselves some pieces. What is nice as well, we see the evolution here, is that we will have access to Devo, so we can start stacking damage counters on all these. They do all have abilities, and then looking to go de-evolution for more knockouts later on. We get access to a second set of Frozen Shroud. So I think I'm fine grabbing this, and I guess we can go Rocky Helmet for now. Yeah, go ahead and do this. We know we're doing 20 damage, so 40, 60, not really enough to matter. I think, like I said, I want to prep. Yeah, we'll prep damage onto that. Why not? We'll go ahead and drop this. Keep the item lock going. They don't have any energy in their discard pile, so the Blaziken EX is kind of stuck for right now. Not able to really do anything. If they go Pidgeot to find themselves an energy... Alright, never mind. I was going to say, if they don't have an energy in hand, then they're still kind of stuck. They can attack with the Mammoth Swine, but again, that allows us to bring in Maractus, throw the Rocky Helmet on that, start to stack up as much damage as we can, and look for Lycanroc. Once we make one Lycanroc, we'll be in a pretty solid position. Interesting that they decided to go to Dunsparce. They're going to attack into the Froslass. That's actually fine by me, though. Because we are going to be able to make a new one and keep up the Budew item lock. We're just not going to be getting the damage as fast as we would have wanted. Place this down. I'm fine to go Nest Ball and do this all over again. I feel like we're going to end up getting more value from this than not, so we'll go ahead and just keep stacking damage onto these. Because really, I'm only gonna need the one Lycanroc. Once I make one and am able to knock out the Mammoth Swines, it won't really matter. Actually, the Dunsparces do make a lot of sense, because you can pretty much guarantee them with Mamoswines. Alright, that's annoying. But we are getting rid of their bosses early, so honestly, not that bad. It just means taking the time to set up a new one is going to be a little bit tedious. Mammoth March. If we could find ourselves like an Iono or something, that would be super ideal. Finding another Rockruff is okay, but still not exactly what we're looking for. But again, it does put us in a position that we're not really upset about. Because once we find a supporter that can get us into a single Lycanroc to start attacking with, we'll actually be in a pretty good spot, because they can only knock out one at a time. We'll come in, knock out the Mamoswine, they can power up a second one, bring that in, we knock that out, and then there's nothing they can really do from that point. But the problem is that we need to do that fast. Headquarters only matters to stop the Budew, but we're not attacking with that anymore after this turn anyway. The problem is that they go down to 3 prize cards here, which means we're kind of stuck in a rough situation. Okay, research, huge. We can throw this down. If we can find ourselves... Okay, that's really, really good. We'll go Ultra Ball here, get rid of the boss and Dark Energy. Find ourselves the Lycanroc. Be able to go Lycanroc down. For double spikes. Go Jet Energy. Bring this in, and then we will be able to knock this out. But is it more important to knock out the... No, I think we have to just knock this out. Take 2 prizes. We're in a position where we can actually go Munkidori on the next turn. Like, we'll go Artazon for Munkidori. And if we can hit the Dark Energy, that'd be really nice. Because then we can start moving the damage off this Maractus. Or are they going to use Blaziken to attack? I guess we don't really care that much about moving the damage off the Maractus. We really just need to make sure that we have a Lycanroc prepped. We'll be able to Iono them down to 2 after this. We will have Night Stretcher to be able to pick this Lycanroc back up. Bring that in, attack. That'll bring us... They'll go to 2. We'll go down to 2 as well. The question is, do we care? Like, do we want to try to knock out the Pidgeot? I think the answer is yes. I think that's the priority here. Is knocking out Pidgeot. Okay, the fact that we were able to just top deck into this Pretty good. All right, yeah, our opponent's going to concede. They had no way to win from there, because what we could have done there is, like, the fact that we top decked into Lycanroc gave us the option to go for the Night Stretcher. We're pretty much in a situation where if we knock out even if we knock out the active, they would no longer have a way to power up the Mamoswine on the bench to actually get an attack off on the next turn. They have no way of taking the last remaining prize cards in order to knock us out. So we were able to kind of just stage a comeback slowly and be in a pretty good position once we got the ball rolling. It just took a little bit of time to get our Lycanrocs going. But again, once we were able to do that, we were in a really solid position because we're only giving up one prize in between turns. We were able to item lock with Budew for a while. The fact that all their Pokemon have abilities makes it so that Froslass was doing a ton of work for us. And yeah, that's one of the things I will say about this deck is it does get a little bit behind early most of the time because you need some time to set things up. But overall, we were in a really good position. We even had the option of going for Bloodmoon again and just taking larger knockouts that way if we had to. So yeah, we were in a pretty good spot overall, and we were never too worried, but it did get a little close. But yeah, we'll do one more game, and I'll see you guys there. Peace. Hey everybody, so I know I said I'd do a third game, but I actually am running out of time and actually have to leave for work. So I figured it's better for me to put this video out with the 2 games that we have than delay the video probably like 2 or 3 days before I'm going to be able to record again. So I want to get this video out for you guys. Also, I feel like the 3-game format may need to change just because the videos are pretty long. And I feel like you guys would prefer just 2 games anyway, kind of keep them in like a 20 to 30 minute video range if possible, rather than like the hour a lot of these videos have been lately. But give me some feedback on that. Let me know if you would prefer to see all 3 games in every video and like have them longer format, or if 2 games is enough, or, you know, kind of where you guys are at with that. But yeah, I feel like we showed off the deck pretty well anyway. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching the video. Thank you for the support. I know everybody doesn't always make it this far into the video, so if you did, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, sorry about no third game, but it is what it is. I'd rather let you guys see the deck list, see some games, rather than not uploading it for a couple days just because I couldn't find one more game, or time to record it, rather. But yeah. Alright, thanks guys. See ya.